Hello everyone and welcome to the Wizard Engineer. In today's video, we're gonna learn conditions in JavaScript. In previous video where we talked about variable comparison, we see how we can compare two variables. But in this one, we are going to learn how we can compare variable, but also we are going to use also conditions in JavaScript to compare if two variables are the same, and then our code can do a certain behavior. For example, we can check if variable A is equal to variable B, and then, for example, our program can run something else, can do something, or run a block of instructions. Without further ado, let's dive in. Okay, yeah, I've already opened my VS Code text editor. Now let's create an HTML file, and within it, let's give our doc a title, conditions. Let's create an h1 here, a line, center, conditions. Let's create a script tag which is going to be linked to conditions.js, where we are going to write our JavaScript code. Then run. Let's run our web page. Then as usual, let's inspect our program and get into the console again. Conditions. Let me clear everything. Okay, now here we are going to focus on conditions. We are going to see what is a condition. A condition in JavaScript allows to check if two variables are the same. And to use conditions in JavaScript, we use if keyword to check if really two variables are the same. For example, let's declare a variable, let A, let B, and then you can say A is equal to 12, B is equal to 20, and then the previous one, seeing how we can check if two variables are the same by using double equal and three equals. Here we can get into the console false. We are checking here if A and B are the same. Now let's see how we can use conditions. We can say if A and B are the same, we are going to console A and B are the same. In another case, if A and B are not the same, we're going to print A and B are not the same. Okay, example here, if A is equal to B, here we are checking at the value level. We are checking if A value is equal to B value. We are not checking if they have the same type. Console.log A and B have same value. Into the console, yes, we are just seeing that here they don't print anything because A and B are different. If A and B are different, we are going to use else. In other case, if this condition is not good, you take this one, else. If they're not the same, our program is going to do this. It's going to say A and B have different values. A and B have different values. That's what we get in the console. A and B are different values. This is how we do conditions. we can use if keyword, and then inside parentheses we put our condition A and B. We can use even free equality. We are checking if A and B are the same. A and B have different values. But what if I change here B, the value of B to 12? You're going to see A and B have the same value. Here, our program is executing this block here because our condition is true. A and B are true. Here, this is the syntax of if. If true, do this, else do that. This is the condition. This is how it works. If something in the parentheses are true, they're returning true, our program is going to run something here, whereas else here, if true, do this, else do that. This is what happened here. If A and B are the same, they're going to execute this. Else, they're going to execute this. This is how it works. Let's create another condition. We're going to check if user first name and user second name are the same. Let user first name equal John Doe. Let user second name Emily. Now we are checking if user first name is equal to user second name. We're going to print console.log user first name and user second name are the same. Here we are getting user first name, user second name. Where is user first name is not defined. User first name, and user second name are the same, else console names are different. Here, when we run our program, at this level, they are checking if user first name and user second name are the same. As here, these two names are different. Here they're returning false. Here they do if false. They ain't gonna do anything because here we got false. They're going to execute the else condition, the else block of code. Else here, our program is going to go here into the else, not into the first block because A and B are not different. User first name and user second name are different. Okay, let's check now if user first name and user second name are different. As user first name and user second name are different, they're going to return true, and as they're different, they're going to console log user first name and user second name are different. Let's see, user first name are different with user second name. Console.log so are different. You see are different here because here is true. If we cut this, they're returning true here. Console.log true. We're going to get true here. User first name and user second name are different. That's why we are getting true there. Now we can use also, can check also if, for example, if A is greater than B. For example, here we have checked if A is equal to B. Now let's check if A is greater than B. A is greater than B. See here, A isn't greater. They are equal. But if I put here 17, we're going to get here A is greater than B. That's here. That's it here. A is greater than B. Now, let's see another case where we can use if else. We're going to take an example. For example, we have, let's user age is equal to 20. And then we are going to check if user age is greater than 10, you're going to say user can enter into the schema. If user age is between 15 and 16, you're going to say that user can't enter into the schema. For example, this is our age cases. We're going to check if user age is equal to 10, I'm going to say user can enter into the schema. Our second age case is if user age is, let's say, is more than 12, is greater or equal to 12, if our user age is greater or equal to 12, let's say user can't enter into the schema. Again, you're going to check if user age is less than 10, user can enter into the schema. Let's take these three age cases. If user age is equal to 10, console log user can enter into the schema. We're going to use another condition, else if, to do another checking. Else if user age is greater or equal to 12, let's say, because let's greater or equal to 12, console.log user can't enter into the schema. Else if user age is less than 10, we're going to say also user can't enter into this name. Let's grab this here. We're going to see user can't enter into this name. Here we're going to see, let's cancel first this to see the difference, how it works. Here the print user can't enter into this name because user age is greater than 10. But if I put here 10, user can enter into this name. If I put here 11, user can still enter into this name. Okay, or the y if is greater or equal to 12. User can't enter is greater or equal to 12. User can't still enter into this name. But if I put here, let's say 9, user can enter into this name. Here we are checking if really a user has an age of 10. If it has an age of 10, he can enter into this name, or if it has an age less than 10, 9 and under, he can enter into this name. That's how we do conditions. In the next video, we are going to continue doing this. We are going to repeat everything we have already seen to make it stick in your head. We are going to repeat everything we have seen together so that you can understand it well. At the first glimpse, you can't understand everything. You can have an idea, but as you are following along this JavaScript course, at the end, you're going to understand. That's all we are going to see in this video, and I see you in the next one.